Fight your ass off. I don't care what level. It'd be like, you know.
Exactly. Usually he says no, right? Right. We've known him since the Velasco days. Like,
yeah.
Put on. And he was like, no. This time it's like, absolutely.
Mata Sports!
Japet Lee Lamido, Filipino fighter out of Southern California. Japet Lee.
July 22, 2022 nang mapalaban ang undefeated Filipino-American boxer na si Japet Lee Lamido kontra sa Mexicanong si Dihol Olguin sa isang 6-round bout sa featherweight division. Kung pag-uusapan ang galawan ng Pinoy fighter na si Japet Lee, ay hindi siya yung typical na Pinoy na aggressive at bumabato ng maraming suntok dahil mas ginagamit niya ang kanyang jabs, footwork at timing. Estilo ng mga sikat na Amerikanong champion sa kasalukuyan. Bago ang kanilang laban, si Japet Lee Lamido ay may malinis na record na 8 panalo. 3 dito ang naipanalo niya via knockouts, walang talo. Habang ang Mexicano naman ay may hindi kagandahang record na 15 na panalo. 10 dito na ipanalo niya via knockouts, may 24 na talo at 5 draw. Panoorin po natin ang kanilang naging bakbakan.
Watching us, you got your cigar and your scotch. The opponent in the lime green with 49 pro fights. Him about a year ago, he was fighting at the Big Punch Arena before they cleared the restrictions. Started off his pro career in Mexico. And he did a typical dual Ogi fight, right, Doug? Where 31. And why are you bringing him in, Doug?
Resistance. He's not going to go away. He's got that pride. He's got to win. He will try to
took on a couple days notice. And as Tupac Wallace says, no coach. Yeah. So the matchmakers now know him, having been fighting in the United States. They'll call him directly, hey, what's up? Or for a flight or a hotel.
Right, so you're safe there.
Safe, man. His family has a successful business in Guadalajara, but he loves doing it.
He can still do it.
He fought a couple months ago. He's actually fought last month in St. Louis.
Right of the pandemic in 2020, he fought 4 times that year.
Yeah, so who's in his corner? Well, he asked a couple guys that were in the locker room that I was there. He's like, okay, that guy's the main event. Isaac Avalar, you want to work it? And then he picked up a cut man. So that's the kind of guy that makes the sport of boxing beautiful.
Because they never get an easy opponent. It's like those fighters from previous eras. Have that type of fighter as a world-class fighter these days. These days, if you're a world-class fighter, maybe you're fighting twice a year.
Our third bout of the night. Here, Thompson boxing in on win. This second round brought to you by El Dorado Southpaw. But he'll switch around, as will Olguin. So he'll give him different, it gets better.
Yeah, Yamido's trying to figure out the style of who's cagey.
Yep. Shoe Shine Boxing says, Augusta.
Yeah, oh yeah, a lot of fun.
At least 2 hours just watching it back and forth. Absolutely.
And he was, and again, he was on a day's notice. It was like a 500 record, but he fought everybody. I was there. I was in Detroit.
Oh, were you there? Okay.
Yep. Back when he was entertaining.
He was still Pretty Boy back then?
He was still the.
So scheduled for Olguin the fighter, right, Doug? If you let him hang around.
Oh yeah. Probably put on more weight.
Was not training, Doug. His last fight was.
It was good to let his body rest.
Yeah. Ready to go. They call it. Good shot landed by Lamido.
Somebody who likes to operate all game of gotcha last.
Yep.
Get on the fly and get out of range.
Coach Peter. All right. That her. Saludos a la hermana.
Chilling.
Ramon Ayala. Pelado.
I'd like a little more activity. He's naturally smaller.
I need to ask Duel after this.
I like that. So, hey, by the way, that's especially fight your ass off. I don't care what level. You'd be like, you know.
Exactly. Usually he says no, right? Because we've known him since the Velasco days. Like, put on, and he was like, no. This time it's like, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's got with one.
He is still on vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Vacation mode. On Hall of Fame weekend a few years ago, in the Upset Stone Resort and Casino, and I saw him after, like, you want to have a drink? He's like, no. Undefeated. He's like, yeah. We're at the.
They're trying to pick up the timing, trying to time this kid.
All right, third round winding down.
Ooh. He's landing some decent shots here. Just like a 2-punch combination.
Any combination right now.
Right, any kind of combination.
You're letting Olguin hang around. Olguin, let me know. We'll get you your shout out here in.
Yeah, this is different from just letting it all hang out. That was a fighter making his 1-0-2 record
Yep.
And they were very young, you know what I mean? A 19 veteran and, you know, an amateur standout.
Lamito style, where he'll shoot you with that right hand.
Understand that. You see, you know, for like the first round, the first 3 rounds, you're figuring out your opponent's style and what you do. But at some point, you know, if you're in good shape, I want to see more of the tools that a young fighter has. And, you know, we just saw
Good right by Lamito.
you know, safety first, I get it. But I also, you know, you want to see a young fighter roll the dice a little bit. But you want to be entertaining.
Lamito goes back to orthodox stance. He's in the black and silver.
That was a nice right to the body.
Ace of SoCal. You want to talk about salty vets? One of our favorite league. Flores. Remember that guy that would come in?
Yeah. I respect that. He's pretty good at doing the switch hitting from an orthodox stance as he is from a spread. Right now,
Not a double tree. People, it was buzzing earlier. You got to make some noise here. Oh, how you win.
right. That's always the story.
Yeah. Ryan Garcia, you're going to like him or not, but the Tiger reference. That was his name, right?
Yeah, Tony the Tiger Bondsman, bail bondsman.
I remember watching him on ABC Sports with Dan.
Oh yeah, Deerdorf and I remember watching Rocky, the late Rocky Lockwood, Joey Gamache.
Yeah.
We fought a lot of real fighters.
That's what
A lot of personality.
And they would fight on Saturday. I don't mind that.
Right?
The Zone is now starting the broadcast at 5 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Get out of there early on the black and silver.
See, Olguin is still sneakier in there. I think you're going to see Olguin apply.
Like a little Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, we need more of that. Can't have time in the U.S.
Yeah, I keep saying, I'm going to watch them, and then watch it on YouTube. Joey Gamache.
Well, his pro debut was at the Forum in Inglewood. I don't remember fights that were on. Yeah, I remember he fought a guy named Network Television like a Saturday afternoon.
The reason I remember that is because the advertising was that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was the sponsor.
That was the sponsor.
Yeah. And he wasn't bad.
Yeah.
He liked it. He liked boxing.
Yeah.
And then later Showtime.
Oh, yeah, okay, NBC, that's what it was.
He's really a doctor.
Okay.
And Mario.
Jaffa Lamito, Dio Olguin. Pedestrian pace between these two. No Lamito, black and silver, and on his left eye.
Yeah, I think locally it was K-Cal, and then out
There you go. Tom Kelly on the broadcast.
Tom Kelly, that's correct. Heck of a duo.
Here it is. So Birdie Pacheco.
Yeah, that was on Showtime.
Bobby Chiz was a announcer.
Yeah, he's the boxing analyst. He was really good.
I know he's a Mensa member.
Yeah.
Lamito
He would
landed one,
remind
too.
you. He would remind you if
Should be.
Yeah. And he was a hell of a fighter. Light heavyweight champion, sorry. CBS.
What was CBS had?
Yeah,
fights,
they
too.
were CBS. Yeah.
So they were-
Yeah, I mean, there was HBO and Showtime in the 80s, but they,
Wow. Okay.
because they were offering like bigger licensing fees than the networks. So promoters, you know, they went for the boxing lost that huge, you know, the exposure of network television.
Yeah, that is huge.
Yamito wants to
Do something.
get a little flashy, right? He's going to get a hot
minutes to
dog.
go. Coming up next, Richard Brewer, Ramon Ayala. So Brewers fans in the Bay Area like Fernandez. Lamito, pedestrian work against Dio Olguin. The call on a couple days' notice shows up, and Dio Olguin does what he does. Professional resistance.
Matapos ang 6 na rounds ay idineklarang panalo ang Pinoy fighter via unanimous decision.